Today, as part of our Get to Know WJHL series, we have Murry Lee with us, who is the digital executive producer here at WJHL, ABC Tri-Cities, WJHL.com. The list, it seems like, Murry, goes on and on.
Now we keep adding more logos to all of our shirts. We keep getting WJHL Plus.
Yes.
And we'll see what's next on it.
All right. Let's start back at the beginning, though, before we get into what's going on now. What led you to WJHL? Tell us about your journey to come here, and getting into this field.
Yeah, so I was in college and I was studying English, which, most parents try to probably steer their kids away from if you're not planning on teaching it. But that was what I had chosen to study. And around my junior year of college, I realized I had no money. And could not take my now wife out on any dates. So the only thing that I really knew how to do that I thought I could get paid for was write. And so I started doing freelance reporting, mostly in sports, for a local paper. It was a great gig. I loved it. I got to do a lot of high school football, high school baseball. I got paid for stories and highlight reels. And it really kind of just got me into journalism. And then I worked at a radio station briefly, worked at a local TV station. And then when it came time to graduate, my wife was going to come back here, do her master's, and she was from here originally. And so I happened to apply here at WJHL and got fortunate enough to get a job here, join our digital team, and worked on the morning squad for a while. And now here we are, I think 7 years later. Yeah.
Congratulations. Where are you from originally?
So I was born in West Tennessee, but raised in Middle Tennessee in Lebanon, just real close to Nashville.
So you've got the volunteer state covered.
Yeah, no, I've been all three of the stars on the flag. I've been to each one.
Very nice. Yeah. Talk to us about your duties here. What do you do on a daily basis?
Yeah, so during the day-to-day, I manage our digital team. So a lot of that is assigning stories helping assign some for the reporters, giving them what digital elements we need taken care of. And then with our digital team, we handle a lot of the stories that come in that are breaking. Sometimes we'll do some more long-term work on some stories, a lot of fact-finding, verifying. There's a lot of proofreading, but everything that goes out onto our website and onto our news app and WJHL Plus, the digital team has had at least some hand in making sure that it's either ready to go out on air, not on .com,
right,
or onto our social media. And that's another part that we manage as well, all of our social media accounts. So kind of at the head of all that. It's a lot of editing,
right,
a lot of decision making, but it's very rewarding. And I still get to write my fair share, which is good, because that's what I
keeps you in there.
Yeah. You got to get your carpal tunnel somehow.
Talk to me, in your 7 years here, there's been some changes. I mean, one of them right here behind WJHL Plus, there's been some things that have happened on your watch.
There have been a lot of changes. When I first started here, we had a very small digital team, just really a couple of us at a time. And that has since really grown. While I've been here, we launched our weather app. We revamped it. We switched the entire website. Really used to be powered by a different system than it is now. It's gone under total rebranding. And we launched WJHL Plus back in March of last year, and it has been a big shift for us in terms of just our day-to-day expectations and responsibilities. Our job really used to be almost purely writing based, and we didn't have to spend so much time on curating things for social media or for running streams for digital shows like our local on the 11s, or as you and I are on Outdoors Appalachia and all of our original shows there. So there's been a lot of changes, a lot of switching up of what our job responsibilities are in the day-to-day, but at its core, it is still, we are still producing news for the digital world. And so we've held on to, I think, the core of it.
Right.
But there have been a lot of changes, and, there are things that I knew nothing about a few years ago even, that now I'm like, well, I think I'm pretty well versed in that. So
learning on the job.
Yeah.
And speaking of job, we've been talking about your work. We've been talking about your professional career. Tell us about what happens when you leave here. Talk to us about your family life. What do you do for fun as well?
So I am married to a amazing woman, and she and I live here in Johnson City, and we have a lot of pets. No kids, but a lot of pets. We've got 4 cats. We've got our dog Honeybee, and my wife has a lot of classroom animals in addition to those animals. So we keep busy with them. No kids at the moment, but my in-laws, my wife comes from a big family. They all live here locally,
Right.
so it's great to have them, see my nieces and nephews. And I try to visit my own family in Middle Tennessee as much as I can. But yeah, some of the things that I like to do just in my downtime, we love to take our dog out to Boone Lake over at Wing Deer Park. She's a big time swimmer. We'll take her out there. She'll swim halfway to the other shore if you throw the tennis ball far enough. And love to fish, as you and I can't seem to get through an episode of Outdoors Appalachia without talking about it.
Yeah.
I love fishing. I make sure to take a personal day every summer, where around here in the newsroom it is known as annual Leave Murray Alone Day,
Right.
where I just go out somewhere remote and just go fishing. But yeah, those are some of the things I love to do. I love to play basketball with friends. I love to play Dungeons and Dragons because I am still a big nerd, and love watching Tennessee Volunteers football and basketball. And I do have a lifelong dream to be on Survivor.
Okay.
Yeah.
But we'll try to get a hold of Jeff Probst for you.
Yeah, if you could, that'd be great. But I did at one time ask Olive, our general manager, I said, hey, just to let you know, this has always been a dream of mine, and I have applied.
Yeah.
Would, that be okay if I did that? And she just looked at me and she said, yeah. She's like, we are a CBS station.
There you go.
CBS. I think that'd be fine.
All right. Murray, we appreciate you taking some time with us today.
Absolutely. Thank you, Chris.
Appreciate all your hard work around here, too.
Oh, thank you.
And remember, Murray and I, Outdoors Appalachia, every Thursday on the WJHL Plus app. Folks, Murry Lee. He's got a great story, and he does a lot of great work here at WJHL.